This Trenton Talks is going to be a little bit on the unscripted side, so you're going to hear me say and ums a lot. But in this video, I want to talk about where I've been, what's been happening in my life for the past 3 weeks, and what's next to this channel, because I've been cooking up some plans that are more shows that are like Trenton Talks for this channel, but have a little bit slight variations. So without further ado, let's get into the first main important topic, where I've been for the past 3 weeks. Because then, you know what? That's a good question. So for the past 3 weeks, I have been constantly stressed out and feeling very burnt out of YouTube and video creation as a whole, and burnt out about doing a lot of things in life. During the 3 weeks time, I also had some unfortunate news to which that kinda let's just say made me more stressed out and very, very sad, and I feel like I am coming to terms with it at least a little bit finally. And it's something I barely any of my friends know, and it's something I'm coming publicly out for the very first time. Currently, in my family, around 3 weeks ago, I had a family member that I've been fairly close with my entire life, like pretty close with. We found out that she has stage 4 lung cancer, and that it's pretty far in the cycle. So, meaning, for those who don't really know what this means, stage 4 is the worst one you can get. That one's the hardest to come back from. There's no coming back from stage 4, basically. And we didn't find this out until 3 weeks ago, when she went and got a doctor's appointment. I feel very conflicted about it right now, because, and I'll talk about more why I feel conflicted about it later. But I feel conflicted because there's some days where I feel sad, and I don't understand. I get why she smokes cigarettes. That's gonna catch up. Unfortunately, that type of shit's only gonna catch up with you in the future. But I don't get. It was all really sudden, very, very fucking sudden. And she did have breast cancer, to which she beat, and I was very proud of her for that. But this one's unbeatable, and it's a ticking time bomb at this point, because as I was explained, we don't know when she's going to die. It could be in a day from now, to a few weeks from now, a month from now, or a year from now. So my headspace has been taken up thinking about that, and thinking about time to which I should spend with her and not doing on YouTube. And unfortunately, I still haven't gone and seen her, even though, this is 3 weeks in. It's fucking awful feeling, because I don't have the time to go and see her. That's what's awful about this. I don't have the time to do this, which is another reason why I haven't been uploading, because legit no time to do that or go see her. And it fucking sucks. It really does. And I feel bad. I really do feel bad. But it's very hard for me to make time. It's hard. Especially right now with my schedule. But enough about that. So that's been contributing to me feeling burnt out and me feeling stressed and uncertain about things, which is why there's been a decrease in an upload consistently here on Trenton Talks. Another thing is, again, I no longer have the time that I used to have, especially very, very recently. Very, very recently. So for context, I have been working a part-time job since, I believe, March, okay? And since then, the part-time job has been fine. I've had my gripes with it, with for example, less hours. And by less, I mean I was barely getting fucking hours, and it was resulting in my paychecks being really, really low, to the point where I'm struggling mentally trying to figure out, how am I going to live with $200 for this week when I have these bills coming out, and then gas, and then hangout money I still need to set aside. Um, and that was just fucking stressful for me. Really stressful. And I mean, it still is, because with a part-time job, it's been it's super uncertain what hours you're gonna get. You either get a lot of hours or you're gonna get a little bit of hours. But recently, someone in this part-time job has walked out, and that was a full-time worker. Um, so I've been contributing more hours than usual to that job for the past 2.5 weeks. Um, which means I have less time to record some gameplay, sit down with a microphone, and just record and edit a Trenton Talks. Because I don't know if you guys know this. I'm not gonna say that Trenton Talks take a long ass time to edit, but it's the before and after that's the worst part of Trenton Talks. The before is scripting, where this right now is unscripted. That's why I'm saying and ums and being quiet a lot. It's because nothing is scripted right now. I'm talking straight out of my head, right to you, and that's kind of where that lies. But scripting takes the longest time, and then thumbnail and uploading takes the longest time, and usually everything combined it takes about an hour and a half to make a 15 to 20 minute Trenton Talks episode, just because I gotta record the gameplay and do that, and that's an hour and 30-minute time that I could be doing something else, something that's more fulfilling, like for example actually finding a job where my hours are uncertain and it doesn't make me feel mentally drained. It doesn't make me wonder, am I just stuck like this? Because right now, as it currently stands in my life, I am personally in a spot where I'm stuck. I have went to that job place that I did talk to you guys about, and I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. So I've been minimum 2 weeks to a month and a half. So I'm in that place where I'm just stuck. And I've been getting a shit ton of hours at my part-time job now, meaning that I've just had less time to do anything for Trenton Talks related, because every fucking day I get home at 7:30 and I usually go to bed at 9 o'clock anyways, normally. And that's how it's always been. I always go to bed at 9. So, unless I wanted to change my sleep schedule I've had for the past 20 years, which I'm not going to do, and it doesn't seem worth it, then the Trenton Talks are just going to slow down a little bit, which it's unfortunate, and I'm sorry. Again, this is a one-person team, though. If I was to ever hire people, that would probably help. But reality, I think if I was to hire people, and you can say whatever you want on this. I don't know if you guys agree or not. But if I was to hire more people, I think that ruins the personality that the Trenton Talks series already has. Like, maybe I'll hire more people for the shows that I've been thinking about cooking up. But Trenton Talks wise, no. I don't think I'll ever hire more people. And it sucks that it's this way. So yeah, less time equals less time to work on uploads. And so, this is technically Trenton Talks episode 20. And I remember the last few uploads, I was like, guys, you're not going to believe what Trenton Talks 20 is. And I'll just spoil it for you right now. Episode 20 was gonna be me looking at episodes of Trenton Talks 1 through 19, talking about them, saying if I still agree with what I said in that episode, or being like, okay, I could have edited this, but I could have done this better. It was gonna be a critique of Trenton Talks 1 through 19, but that would take a long ass time to record and edit. So that would be like a special episode that would be up at some point in the near future, and it would be looking at episodes 1 through 19. And I say near future because I don't know when that's going to be, because, again, I don't know what my time looks like. And that's why, there's another reason that I've been live streaming more, is because with live streaming, that's easy. I just sit down, gameplay, record live gameplay. Sometimes there's people that join me, and that's easy to figure out. And that's like time I can actually set aside and do something really, really quickly, because I don't really live stream for that long, and that's like in place of Trenton Talks content. But in reality, I love Trenton Talks, and I don't want it to be a thing where, it just goes away, and like live streams are the main, deciding factor for this channel. So, here's where we go from here, okay? I feel like I've answered basically why I haven't been uploading, what's been going on in my life. yeah, so it's basically, I've just basically been on a mental break and contributing more time to myself and contributing more time for me to relax and truly think about things, because it's something I haven't really done in a while. So yeah, that's basically it. But now let's talk about the more important short. Let's talk about, no, let's not short. Guys, if you're watching, listening right now, make sure to comment, oh, I just shot it in my pants. No, heart and pin it. Please don't. Please don't. Let's talk about the more important part. You're wondering what's gonna happen with the Trenton Talks channel, right? Because I did mention that I was planning to make new shows on the Trenton Talks channel that are kinda similar to Trenton Talks, and here's what I exactly mean by that. Right now, I have things cooking up in the background. There's no contracts to sign because, again, one person team, so I can say what I've been thinking about doing with this channel, and maybe it will come into fruition and maybe it won't, and maybe this will be the last you hear about it and the first you hear about this. But I've been working on 2 new things, and I'm kind of planning it out in my head and how I want these to work. One thing is Trenton Talks Unscripted. It will be live gameplay, me rambling while trying to play Fortnite, and it's gonna be an interesting type of thing for me, because usually when I play Fortnite with someone, I talk about what's happening in game. But with the Trenton Talks Unscripted, and this is just the idea I've been cooking up, and it's still very much work in progress, I would not be allowed to talk about what's happening in Fortnite at all. And if I do, the video and the Trenton Talk ends. If I die, the Trenton Talk ends. Or if I win, the Trenton Talk ends. Yeah, so it's going to be interesting. It'll be one topic, and I'm kind of formulating my thoughts as I go on. So there's a lot of ums and uhs. But that would be like an unedited version of Trenton Talks that I could easily pump out once a week if I don't have time to edit. Which might be the new deciding factor right now, while things are still uncertain in my life. When things are a little bit more certain, maybe we can go back to the edited Trenton Talks stuff, where scripted thumbnail editing. Because, for example, I don't have, usually when I work on Trenton Talks, I work on the weekends. I have worked every fucking weekend basically since I started this job, almost every fucking weekend. And the days I don't work, it's been crazy. So I just, yep. So unscripted might have to be like the new Trenton Talks thing, just for a little bit, I'm not saying it's a deciding factor, but even after that fact, I would still love to keep on unscripted and scripted stuff, I love scripting. Okay, don't take this like I'm complaining. I'm complaining because it takes a little bit longer to script. But I actually love scripting, because as I script, I'm still formulating my thoughts. And I'm like, okay, I can change that, because I don't really think that take is spotty. I agree with it, or things of that nature. And then I'm working on a title for this, and I'm working on a host for this. But I do want to have some sort of Reddit show on Trenton Talks where me and one other person, it would be a permanent host. Preferably, it would be either an in-person show or we do Discord with face cams. So this would be a show with no gameplay, be face cams or in person, where I read Reddit stories and then we rank them on a tier list. And there would be 5 stories we read, and we would rank them S, A, B, C, D, or whatever, and once we put it there, it's locked in, we can't change the Reddit story. S being you are a legend, but not an asshole, or the lowest tier would be yeah, you're the worst asshole we've heard today. But yeah, that's gonna be it. That's a little bit of an update video for Trenton Talks channel and Trenton Talks stuff as a whole. I really, this is going to be heartfelt, okay? I really do appreciate you guys for sticking with me here when it's been inconsistent with uploads and inconsistencies with certain things related to Trenton Talks. I really do appreciate you guys sticking here with me, because, we're in this journey together. You're the fan base, and me, the person behind the camera, I guess. We're in this together. One last thing before I do end this video off, however, I do have a new microphone. I don't know if you can really tell, but it sounds, when I've listened to it, it sounds a lot better, higher quality than my old webcam microphone I've been using for a long-ass few Trenton Talks. So I'm clearly still committed to this thing, Yeah, but that's about it. It feels nice to talk with you guys again, you know? I kinda needed this as parasocial as this might be, I don't know. But it does feel nice talking with you guys again. Thank you guys so much for watching, slash listening, slash whatever you do with these Trenton Talks. I hope you have a great day, and I hope to see you guys soon. Sometime, maybe? Question mark? Because I'm not sure. Anyways, bye!